Dun, 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 dun. Hear he. Come one, come all. Guess who's back? Ladies and gentlemen, your boy is back. Do you miss me? If you don't, who cares? Because I miss me. Listen, y'all. What have y'all been doing out there? Y'all been spending money? Because I seen some that said Black Friday did the most money it has ever done in forever, whenever, and ever, forever, whenever. They said y'all spent like 9 point something billion dollars on Black Friday. Y'all went crazy then, y'all. Y'all be acting like y'all broke, and y'all be crying like y'all broke, but y'all folks ain't broke. Y'all got a little money stashed away somewhere up under the mattress, in the closet, somewhere. Y'all got it somewhere, cause I ain't got it. We ain't bought nothing on Black Friday. I don't think. I mean, we might have bought one or two, three things for the kids. That's about it. But we don't spoil ourselves. We just take care of them childrens. That's all we do. But hey, I had to jump on live because I haven't been on live in a while. I miss going live. And so I'm not gonna be long because we know y'all attention span is like butter. It just melts away as fast as it can. We already know that. So I can't keep y'all long. I know I can't keep y'all long. But while I'm here, I'm gonna hit y'all with little fun facts, little knowledge, little free knowledge. I'm gonna give away a little free knowledge. And I promise I'm gonna do my due diligence to try to go live more often because I know y'all miss me. But listen, the trucking company just it just done took off for me, and I be in the truck too much. And I'm at the point now where I'm training drivers and trying to put people in trucks, and as soon as I get more vehicles. But um I just like money. So I just got to go get it. So I can't be on there all the time because I be in my truck all the time. But listen, this ain't about that. This is about the housing market. I am getting so frustrated listening and watching these little slick posts and comments about how now is not a perfect time to purchase. And then I almost hate to see comments where people say, don't listen to the realtors because they're just trying to make a sale. This is like some of the most frustrating stuff that I've been watching, and I just had to jump on live so I could speak about it a little bit. So listen, if you're a realtor and you see this and you want to share this, you can share this. You need to share this because, this gonna help you and help your business. And if you don't want to share it, then you need to go live and speak on it. Like, don't be no closed mouth because you won't get fed out here in these streets now. Because hey, listen, I know it's a struggle now. This that time of the year where folks want to buy Christmas presents, they don't want to buy houses. So if you see something that somebody dropping some knowledge, y'all need to share it. Whether it's me or anybody else, y'all most definitely need to share it because these people out here getting lied to, and it's getting real frustrating. So I had to speak on this, but like I was saying, there's a lot of people that are real fearful because they got scared because of their interest rates went up, right? And they're like, well, nah, my neighbor told me now is not the perfect time to buy because they got a house at 3%. Yes, they probably did. And they probably paid way too much money for that house. Just being transparent. Just because it was 3% doesn't mean it was a great deal. Now, I will say this, the fact that it was 3%, that does help out on your monthly payment. But here's the thought process behind that. If they bought a house that typically should have been priced at 250, but because everybody was trying to purchase their home and they bought it at 400,000, that's right. That's how big the markup was. And they bought it at 400,000. Wow. Did they really save just because they got a good interest rate? I'll let you answer that question. You know what I'm saying? Did they really save? So now what you have now is because everybody is afraid to purchase and because of the holiday season right now is not real big on purchasing, but it's still people buying because Randall Richmond is killing it down there in Memphis. But you have to understand people now are freaking out. So if you people that are trying to sell homes right now, they're trying to get out these homes because of whatever reason. Maybe they move and maybe they relocate, maybe whatever. But you guys are not purchasing because y'all so fearful of that interest rate that y'all feel like now is not a perfect time to buy. Please help me understand why y'all not listening to the professionals. I just need to understand that. Why y'all not listening to the professionals? Like every time somebody say something, they be like, well, my neighbor told me this. Well, my auntie told me that. Well, my cousin told me this because they just bought a house at 3%. When did your cousin become an expert? Just because they purchased a house at 3% and they got their first house? Hey, listen, I applaud Give them hand high five claps for them. They still not an expert. They just was able to purchase a home. That's it. It don't make them no expert. Oh my goodness. Hey, listen, I can hit a three from time to time, and back in the day I could dunk from time to time. It didn't make me no professional basketball player. That's for damn sure. So I don't understand how all this stuff is making these people professional real estate gurus now. So this is the frustrating part, and I'm gonna let you do the math. I'm gonna show you a little clip. I got, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say a clip though, but I do got a little you know me, I like to cross over and just share my screen a little bit. So I'm gonna share my screen a little bit. We're gonna look at some things, but I just want to ask you this. With the example I just gave you, think about how the houses were marked up expeditiously in my TI voice. They were hyped up ridiculously. So now the problem is most of those houses are not selling at that price when people want to sell. And the good part about it being a buyer's market now is the fact that people are really trying to go out and, let's say if you're really trying to go out and purchase, people are really trying to get rid of these homes. So you have to understand, if people are trying to get rid of these homes, what are they doing? They letting these houses go for less than what they probably are valued at right now. So how does that help you? Well, if you still in the market, or you still got that dream to buy a home, and you still want to buy a home, you have to realize that dream. How long are you going to put it on the shelf? Because a lot of times people say, well, man, I wish I bought a house right before COVID. I'd have been sitting pretty nice. Yes, you would have, but you didn't. So now that you got an opportunity to get it now, why would you still want to put it off? Just because somebody said, well, I bought a house and it was 3%. Who cares about what them folks got at 3%? I'm telling you, they got an overpriced house at 3%. Does that make it right? So if I want to go out and get me a Tesla, and my neighbor was selling a Tesla, and I could go get a brand new Tesla at $60,000, but I may pay 6% for it. But then my neighbor, he's selling his Tesla, and he telling me his bank will give me 3%, but he's selling it for $200,000. How much sense does that make? I'm gonna take my chance on the Tesla at 60,000. I'm gonna take my chance on that one, and then see if I get my interest rate a little bit better, if I can refinance later. Well, that's the plan. That is the plan. Like, a lot of you know it. Y'all hear people talk about it, but y'all still don't want to listen because y'all not listening to the experts. Once again, y'all listening to y'all cousin, uncle, auntie, sister, best friend, nephew, mama, and I promise you, she ain't an expert. And I'm glad she bought a home at 3%, whoever he or she may be, but they still not the experts. And people say, well, real estate agents gonna tell you that because they trying to make a sale. Yes, we would like to make a sale. Do you think we would try to steer you into a horrible purchase in making that sale? All of our, let's just say, I ain't gonna say all, the majority of our sales come from referrals. The last thing we want to do is put somebody in a home when they're not ready, when they can't afford it, and then say, oh, give me a good referral. That's how we make our business, because we do such a damn good job that we need you to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. So it's not about us just making a sale. It's not about that. And y'all need to get that out your head, because a lot of times I've seen a lot of people, they are really people who want to rent. They rent their homes and telling you all this negative information. Why? Because they just want to make a sale. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. A lot of people, they say, well, I'd rather rent than purchase right now. Really? Because you're paying more in rent. Some of you rather do that? I mean, that's cool. I don't see the logic in that. If you're gonna pay $2,000 anyway, I'd rather be buying a home. I'm sorry, everybody different. I understand every situation is different, but if you're gonna be paying $2,000 anyway, you might as well be buying a home. For all you people like, well, you might as well rent. You might as well rent. You're gonna pay the mortgage prices. Hello, you're paying the same mortgage prices in rent. That makes zero sense to me. You have zero argument. So when them people talk, I just close my ears. But listen, let's get back to the point. Because like I said, I can't keep y'all long because y'all attention span is just so short. And I know y'all miss me, but y'all just really don't miss me. Y'all see got the notice sign on. I'm finna do some shopping, by the way. So I might get into that towards the end of that. So I want to encourage some of my business owners what they need to be doing. But let's get back to this home in this housing market. Let's get back to this. Why is it a perfect time to buy? Well, because if you get in touch with an experienced agent and they do their due diligence, they can go to bat for you and they can get you the best priced home. And then, even though the interest rate, it is a little, I ain't gonna say it's a little high. The interest rate is a little bit above average because the average typically usually is around 5% anyway. So a lot of y'all got food about that 3. Y'all ain't never seen 3 in y'all lifetime. I know some of y'all haven't. I haven't. My first house I purchased at 6%. I don't even know what y'all talking about. It was back in 2010. So to me, anything below 6 is gonna be a win-win for me. So let's just take a look at this. What's the current market right now? So the current interest rate right now, they say, is about 7.35. Just so y'all know, that's been sliding down. I've been getting notifications saying that the rate is kind of working its way down. On a 30-year FHA right now, you probably get it around 6.67. Let me tell you something. No one, I ain't gonna say no one. My lender has not done a deal at 8% this year, at 7% this year. They've done several deals at 6 in the 6s. They've done a lot of deals in the 5s, and they've done some in the 4s. So a lot of you people are getting so much bad information that you don't even understand that even though the interest rate got up to 8, a lot of people weren't even getting them 8. They weren't even buying houses at 8s. You know why? Because there is so much opportunity out there with either you buying down the rate, and not you, I'm talking about the other person selling a home, or that lender helping you buy down that rate. There's so much opportunity out there with first-time home buyer programs that people are actually purchasing homes and not paying a dime outside of inspection. You got to pay for the inspection up front. So outside of the inspection, there are so many people that are taking advantage of getting a home right now. And it is an advantage for the buyer. And if you don't believe me, I'm finna go ahead and show y'all these slides because I told you I can't keep y'all long. Let me show y'all these slides right quick. Let me share my screen real quick. Man, share my screen. All right. What we doing? What we sharing? Share my entire screen. There we go. All right. All right. So my entire screen is being shared. Y'all take a look at this. So if y'all don't believe me, I'm finna share the screen real quick. Then then I'm gonna wrap it up. All right, so look, I just pulled up this small town right here in Rutherford County. I put it like the in-between zone because a lot of people that want to move to Middle Tennessee, they really don't want to stay in Nashville for whatever reason, I guess because of traffic. And a lot of them want to stay close enough so they can still party till their tongues fall out, but still be in kind of like a little county setting to where the taxes ain't tearing their mouth out. So look, I just typed in Smyrna, just typed in some homes. I promise you I did this random. I did like the first homes that pulled up at this price range, right? I just did a little range. Let's take a look at these homes real quick. I want you to see what I'm reading from the public remarks, and I want you to see how people, they are begging. This house only been on the market for 9 days, and they still got stuff that they're giving away. Let me see what they're giving away. Brand new microwave and dishwasher. Stove will be delivered and installed on November 27th. Won't last long at this price. Washer and dryer to convey as well. These folks giving y'all every appliance in the house that they could possibly give you. Please tell me. So when you talk about your neighbor and said that your neighbor bought this house at 3%, ask your neighbor how much stuff they was giving away. Matter of fact, your neighbor probably had to fight for that house. Matter of fact, your auntie, your cousin, they had to, even though they got it at that wonderful interest rate that they got it at, that they keep bragging about, I guarantee you they had to put up a fight like no other. I guarantee you that house was overpriced like no other. I guarantee you to ask them. I dare you to ask them, since they the expert, right? Since you rather listen to them and not the real experts. These folks is giving away everything that they can. And even in this situation, guess what? I personally still can take you to the closing table and fight for you to get closing costs. You ain't paying number $500 to purchase this house if you mess with me or any of my agents. And my top dog is in Memphis right now. Once again, I'm gonna keep throwing him a shout out. I mentioned his name once, and I'm gonna mention him again. Randall Richmond. Oh my God, that boy is doing numbers down there in Memphis. So listen, peep this out. Let's take a look at this second. This right here is a new build. Y'all see this? To be built. Y'all know what that means, right? All right. I ain't finna play with y'all. 4 bed, 2.5 bath. Ooh, that seems roomy. 1,900 square feet. Hey, do the math. That seems pretty roomy. What these folks talking about on a brand new build? They say this bad boy gonna be completed March 15th. Take a look at this. Get up to 27.5 in flex cash. Now, let me tell you something what that flex cash means, just so you don't know what that means. If you see something, you'd be like, what does that mean, Robert? Well, I'm going to tell you what that flex cash means. That means them folks finna give you $27,000 to use however you want to use it. So if you want to put some of that money towards a down payment, then you can. If you want to put some of that money towards your closing costs, then you can. If you want to put some of that money towards your rate buy down, then you can. So let's just say you one of the unfortunate people that get stuck with let's say you talk to a lender and the lender says, based on your credit profile, which means you probably didn't do such a great job. I didn't when I bought my first house. No judgment. We bought it we had the highest rate that they could give us because we was right there at the bottom line. We barely got approved. So let's just say you're one of those unfortunate folks that didn't take care of your credit like you're supposed to, but you still qualify for a home and you're ready to purchase. Let's just say you get stuck with the 7.5. They quote you the 7.35. And they said, this is the best I could do based on your credit profile. And then you say, well, that leaves me with a mortgage note that is just about a couple of $100 more than what I want to pay. Guess what? If you want this brand new build, you can take that 27.5 and you could buy your rate down. So now instead of you having that 7, you might get it for a 6. That's going to save you at least $250 on a price like this, $250 a month. If you want to buy down another percent, if they have that option for you, you got to mess with the right lender. And trust me, I got the right lender. So you got to mess with the right lender. But if they say, hey, you know what, I'll let you be able to buy down 2 points. So now, instead of you getting it from the 7.3, now you got it for you got that rate at like a 5.5. So now that you don't save yourself $400 on the monthly note. Guess what? That's right in your budget. So you can use the 27.5 to do what you need to do, because that's right in your budget. But that don't necessarily mean that well, if I use that money for that, I'm gonna have to come forth with all this money towards closing costs. No, I don't mean that. These folks trying to sell their houses too. So guess what? That's when your boy come back in effect. And listen, when I tell you I can sit down with them, with the builders, and say, hey, listen, we're gonna take that 27.5 and we're gonna appreciate that. We're gonna take that up off your hands. But we also gonna need a little help on this closing cost too. And then now that I got a first-time home buyer, I'm gonna let the lender help them out with the down payment assistance, because they're gonna get a nice little FHA loan. If we're in the state of Tennessee, they're gonna get a nice little THDA. You know what I'm saying? They get their little THDA option. Pay for that down payment. Now they messing around getting a house and they ain't paid $1. They ain't even paid $1. What is y'all complaining about? Y'all talking to the wrong people. And your people talking to the wrong people. That's all I'm trying to tell you. So now you done mess around. So now you say, what's the benefit of me getting that rate bought down? So let's say you get that rate bought down for 2% for the first 2 years or first year, whatever, for the first year. And then it's down to 1% for the next year. And then it's back up to the, let's say you use that kind of buy down. First of all, you could just flat foot buy it down. So let's just get that out the way. Once again, you got to be in tune with the right lender. But if you see those programs that say the 2-1 or the 2+1 or whatever type of buy down, then let's say for the first year is 2% less than what it is. So let's say for the first year is 5, for the second year is 6, and then after that's 7. Well, guess what? Clearly, the economy is doing better because, like I said in the beginning, you guys spent $9.8 billion on Black Friday, the most ever. So clearly, the economy ain't hurting like it's supposed to be or like it claims to be. So at some point, the rate is going to drop anyway. So let's just say you got somebody else to pay for your buy down. So now you got a good manageable note. The first thing a negative person gonna say is, well, in 3 years, you're gonna have to pay the original amount. Hey, guess what? In 3 years, if the economy is kind of working itself right now, and we already know how y'all gonna vote, and y'all probably listen, I don't want to get no politics right now, but we already know where the vote is gonna be going to. And then that y'all claim that that's going to help the economy. Let's just say it does. Hey, let's say it does. And the interest rate drops anyway. Well, guess what you could do in 3 years anyway? You can refinance. So if the rate drops to a 4 and you spent the last 1 year paying a 5, and the year after that you paid a 6, and then on your third when you got nervous, let's say it dropped, and now you done refi to a 4%. Now you even less than where you started. So how are you better off than your neighbor that keep telling you not to purchase? Well, your neighbor just bought a jacked up priced house at that 3. They locked in. Ain't nothing they can do. They paying for extra house, extra room, extra all kind of extra nothings at that 3%. They locked in. They can't get no better than that. But you, on the other hand, got a cheaper home, a bigger home for less. You didn't have to pay nothing because you was messing with the right realtor. And then on top of all of that, when the rate adjusted itself and got better, you got it at a 4. Who cares? So yeah, your auntie rolled around with a 3% with a $600,000 house that's really honestly only worth $300,000. Wow. But now you running around here with a house that was marked down from 5 to 375, or from 5 to 450, or from 5 to 400. So you got more house, and you got it at, you eventually going to get it at 4%, because you can always refi. And don't never let nobody tell you refinancing is the devil, because it's not. It's only the devil if you almost had the house paid off. If you're just getting started within the notes and you refinance and you save, let's say $500, how long do you think it's going to take for you to recoup that money? Yes, you do start over. Yes, excuse me, you guys, your 30 years start over. If you're only 3 years into that 30 and you save $500, how long will it take you to get your money back and break even? I don't feel like doing that math, but you can do the math for me. You're going to get your money back. Just understand that. And you can be way better off than what you would if you didn't refi. Now, if you almost had the house paid off, now you don't want to refi. You got the house paid off. Come on, that don't make any sense. You don't want to be house poor. But if you just getting started and it's within the first, I say 5 to 7 years, a refi is not a bad thing, especially if it's going to position you to make the monthly note that you need to make. And one tidbit that they don't never mention, or they rarely mention, is if your monthly, so my monthly mortgage is 1914, Blue Fire. And so on my monthly mortgage, if I make that extra payment, so instead of making it 12 times a year, I'll make one extra payment, which is 13 times. I'm gonna take 7 years off my 30 years anyway. See, a lot of people get out there and say, "Well, you don't want to pay for this because by the time the 30 years over with, you're gonna man about 3 houses." Says the same person that just financed that raggedy vehicle. By the time you pay for it in 6 years, you're gonna bend about 2 of them. Listen, we're not here to be judging folks. A lot of times y'all got to worry about y'all own. And a lot of times y'all know people is giving y'all this information maybe because it's coming from a jealous place in their life, or maybe because it comes from, I don't want you to be where I'm at in life. A lot of times you got to make a decision that's best for yourself. I hate when people sitting out here listening to people like most people, like people say, well, if you buy a house, I hate when people say you own the house. You don't own the house. The bank own the house. Oh, do you own your car? Because when you bought your brand new Charger, you was running around saying you own it. You don't own the Charger. The bank own the Charger. Like, if we're going to be tick for tack, let's really be tick for tack. So stop listening to the people that are steering you guys in the wrong direction. Y'all have to stop that. Find a expert or a professional and have a decent conversation. It doesn't cost anything. And for a buyer's agent, it don't even cost for you to even be a buyer's agent. So basically, if you're about to purchase a home, you need to talk to an agent anyway, because it's free. 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 Y'all bugging. Let me read these last 2 off real quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all go, because I probably done lost some of y'all because I can't see my comments on this one, but I'm gonna pull them back up in a second. So we talked about that house. So let's look at this house. This house right here been on the market for 12 days. Look what these folks finna give you. These folks said tons of cabinet space, storage, laundry room, blah, 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 fenced backyard. We already know y'all want the fenced backyard because a lot of y'all got them fur babies. They said washer and dryer, all TVs, patio set, and refrigerator remain. These folks gave y'all the house. These folks gave y'all everything but the love seat. These folks trying to sell this house. You get to keep the TVs. I don't even know what TV's in the house, but I'm just curious. I feel like I want to run up in there and see what they're going to leave me up in there. These folks are selling this house and giving y'all everything, when everybody that got the 3% was struggling to get anything because they had to beat out the next person and the next person. So you honestly, if you was purchasing a house a couple of years back, you really wasn't even in a position to even ask for anything. Because if you made a mistake and asked for too much, The person next to you might didn't ask for nothing. And then guess what the seller is going to go with? The person next to you. So a lot of times people actually forfeited their opportunity to be able to negotiate anyway. So take a look at this. All right, all right. I'm gonna do my last two. So they said ask about our rate buy down to 2-1 interest rate. So these people from the buy down, this is just a regular homeowner. They're gonna give you enough money to buy down the rate. They basically they've been on the market 73 days. This right here, this is a house right here. I promise you, if you was my buyer, we ain't paying 425. I'm not saying it ain't worth it. I'm just saying this is unfortunately we're not gonna be paying that. If you was my buyer, because they done had that bad boy on the market for 73 days, we going in there and they gonna take what we give them. And then we're gonna get them to pay for our closing costs. And we're gonna thank them for paying for our interest buy down. We're gonna thank them. We're gonna shake their hand. And we're gonna say thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we probably gonna walk out this house and we ain't gonna be able to pay no more than 500 for the inspection because it was built in the 90s. So we're gonna get this house inspected for sure. And that's about all we're gonna pay. We're gonna who would like to buy a house for $500? I would. I had to put some money down. I had an awesome agent, but I still had to put a little change down. And I think honestly, I think we put some money down too because we wanted our monthly note where it was manageable. So because my agent, listen, let me tell you something. My agent is killing it. She brought me in the game, and she been on go mode since she been in real estate. All right, so let's take a look at this. Another new bill. What are you folks giving us? Huge seller incentives right now. They buying down the rate. I thought they were gonna say walkable something. So they just saying you can walk in and take a look at it. They buying down their rate, but it's a brand new bill. And guess what? I wouldn't even be giving these folks 429 because it's been on the market 24 days. So this is a little tidbit that y'all didn't know. Builders, contractors, every time that a house hits 30 days for them, they lose money. So when it hit 30, they lose money. When it hit 60, they lose hella money. If it hit 90, they struggling. They might give you brand new washing dryers, brand new everything. And we could most definitely go in and we could offer them folks less than 429 and get that brand new bill. All right, so this is the last one that's being sold by like a regular seller. Let's see what they giving us. All right. It's lovely primary fenced in, school and roll call. Seller offering up to 10,000 towards rate buy down. Once again, listen, let me get up off of that. Let me go on back. Because y'all get what I'm pitching. Let me stop the sharing. Listen. What's up, Randall? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have my TI voice. Look, I probably pronounced it wrong, but hey, listen, y'all hope you spelled it right. Hey, listen. What are we doing listening to the non-experts? That's all I got to ask you. If you really, 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 honestly, truly are in the market to purchase a home, get in contact with a real estate agent, please. Even if it's not me. I hope that it would be me. Because even if you don't live where I live, I could most definitely find somebody where you live. I promise you that. I done closed the deal. So within this past year, I done closed the deal in California, Toronto. That's Canada, by the way, if you didn't know. It's not Toronto, Iowa. Florida. Where else? Alabama and St. Louis. Listen. I practice in the United States of America, just so y'all didn't know. I sell homes in all 50 states. And even outside, even in another country. So I say all that to say there are plenty professional real estate agents somewhere near you. And just get in contact with any one of them. Most definitely, if you get in contact with me, I will hook you up with a professional that will knock it out the park. I promise you that. I promise you that. So stop listening to your auntie. Stop listening to your cousin. Stop listening to your best friend. Stop listening to all these folks that think they know for a fact. Here's the crazy part. You don't listen to these people for anything else. Please help me understand why in the world are you listening to them about real estate and purchasing home? These people tell you that you shouldn't be doing this, or they tell you that you should raise your kid this way. They tell you should do this, and the first thing you say was, "I ain't gonna listen to you. How I listen to you? I ain't gonna take relationship advice from you because you ain't in no good relationship." Like y'all listen to these folks, y'all refuse to listen to them about anything else. Please tell me why y'all listen to them about real estate. Get in touch with a real estate agent, and let that agent introduce you into a lender, and let that lender tell you what you can afford. And when that lender tells you what you can afford, the agent will do his job and go shopping. It's just that simple. I promise you all, the home buying process is it's not as hard as some people may make it seem. It's not as a nightmare as some people believe it to be. It honestly could be an easy transition. Only thing that really makes it hard, let's say if you were about borderline approved and then you go out and make a mistake, like you go out and maybe your lender didn't let you know that you don't need to open up any more accounts, or your lender let you know that you don't need to be trying to buy some more stuff and put some more stuff on credit. Like, and then now you probably gonna have an issue with closing. But once you get that pre-qual letter and once you get that pre-approval letter, that right there, that's good as gold. They gonna hand that to your real estate agent, and they're gonna tell your agent what range you can shop in, and it's going shopping at that point. You just got to pick out your house, because I promise you, these sellers, they giving them away. You want to know a sale? Home buying right now, because hey, here's the best sale you can run into right now. These folks is freaking out. These homes are selling, they sitting on the market. So listen, I promise you, I won't go keep y'all long. I can't even believe it was 30. But that's 30 too long. What you say, Randall? I just saw a new construction in Mississippi offering 5.9 and 10K. So these folks letting y'all know that they finna let you get this for 5.9 and offer that 10, offer you 10 to 15K. So you can use that 10 to 15,000 towards your closing costs, or you can take that 10 to 15,000 and see if they allow you to buy that 5.9 down to at least a 5.5 or at least a 5 even. You may could do that. But you got to talk to somebody that knows about that and quit guessing, quit assuming. So I know y'all finna continue to buy these little toys right now. So I ain't telling y'all to try to be like whatever. All I'm doing is just putting this bug in y'all ear for after the holidays. So you done got your good little turkey. You done got your good little food. I'm just telling you, I'm putting this little bug in your ear. If you're still in the home buying process, if you still have a dream to purchase a home, it is 100% doable now. But what you don't want to do, before I let you go, is wait till that rate drop down as low as it can. Because guess what? That $370,000 home I just showed y'all, it won't be $379. It's gonna be $450, and you're gonna be fighting with it over with everybody, and it might even get up to $5. So buy the house now in the current state of the market, because you always can refinance their rate later. And like I said before, ain't nobody closing deals right now for 7s and 8s anyway. I'm just here to tell y'all that. If you got a lender that's closing you at 7 or 8 or offering you that, just give me a call. I can introduce you to another one. It's your score, your money. You always need to have a second opinion. So without further ado, I'm gonna have to let you go. Let you go. Because I gotta do a little Christmas shopping. So shout out my cousin Tiffany Davis. She's doing a toy drive, a clothing toy drive for a needed community in Madison. And so I said I'm going to help out. Now, granted, we are not in such a great financial position to where we can do a lot of help, but guess what? I do. I own a business, and tax season is coming up. And instead of giving this money to Uncle Sam, I'm gonna give it to the kids. So yes, I'm finna go act a fool and keep my receipts. So y'all have a wonderful day. And if y'all need to reach out to anybody, y'all can reach out to me. And if y'all know my best friend, my brother from another mother, Randall Richmond, who's killing it out there in West Tennessee, and that's y'all in that area, y'all can reach out to them, because that boy got a license in Tennessee and Mississippi. He got a license in 2 states. But me, I got a slick license in all 50. Not really, but really. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. But if y'all have any questions, just please don't hesitate. Y'all can DM me. I'm gonna talk to you. Y'all see how I'll talk to anybody now. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to talk to your boy. I'm the most friendliest person in the world. Y'all have a good day. And I will be back. I'm back, y'all.